Hello and welcome to Social Contemporaries. In this episode, we'll be talking about different types of IB programs. So, starting off, what is IB Learner Profile? Basically, IB Learner Profile comprises of 10 10 things, which are as inquirers, knowledgeable thinkers, competitors, principled, open-minded, caring, risk takers, balanced, and reflective. These learner profile is incorporated throughout IB journey, and from these profile, we develop our skills and ability for our future. And so talking about one IB program that is known as PYP, Primary Years Program, which is targeted for the age group of 3 to 12 years and till fifth grade. Sorry, and basically PYP learners know how to take ownership of their learning. They collaborate with their teachers to deepen their understanding and to increase their confidence and self motivation as well. Basically, they are guided by transdisciplinary themes of global significance. Students broaden their learning by developing their conceptual understanding, strengthening their knowledge and skill across between and beyond the subject areas. Basically, this learning is based on inquiry, and it's also known as inquiry based learning as well. Meaning the students are agent of their own learning and partners in the learning process. It prioritizes people and their relationship to build a strong learning community. This framework emphasizes the central principle of agency, which underpins the three pillars of school life, as well as the learner, the learning and teaching, and the learning community.
And following the PYP, students may choose to enroll in the MYP. The IB is structured in such a way that the PYP is the first program students can take, and following PYP comes the MYP, and then the DP or the CP. So MYP is the middle years program for students aged 11 to 16, or for those who are supposed to be from grade 6 to 10th. So it's a 5-year program. And like all other programs of the IBDP, sorry, this is just the IB. The MYP aims to help students develop their personal understanding, develop the IB learner profiles, gain skills that are required for their lives later on, and most importantly, critical thinking skills. So in this particular course, the concepts to be learned include teaching and learning in context, conceptual understanding, approaches to learning, how to learn stuff. Maybe should they approach it from a different perspective, or how exactly they might be exposed to learning. And the fourth concept to be learned includes service as action, so which is primarily completed through community service. Like the DP program, the International Baccalaureate Middle Years program comprises of 8 subject groups. So those subject groups are language acquisition, language and literature, individuals and societies, sciences, mathematics, arts, physical and health education and design. So it is quite similar to the DP in the sense of subject groupings. But again, unlike the DP, which we've talked about in the earlier episodes, students don't have to take the TOK CAS or complete the EE. And there are 2 different subject groups which include physical and health education and design. So for more information about all these subject groups and what courses you can take from inside these subject groups, we advise you to look into the IB website and find out more about it. So for the MYP curriculum, some subjects offer different levels, such as math, which offers standard level and an extended math level. So it just depends on the subject you're taking, and you have to take at least 50 hours of teaching time for each subject group. But again, to explore more about what it entails, how to go about it, which schools offer it, how they teach it, everything, we encourage you to look at the IB website and even the school's own website. And okay. Then moving on to the DP, IBDP, diploma program. We've already touched upon it a couple of episodes earlier, but just to summarize, it's for students aged 16 to 19, technically just high school juniors and seniors from grades 11 and 12. And again, here there are different subject groups like in the MYP. So students can choose which subjects to take and at which level, either higher level, which requires 240 hours of teaching, or standard level, which requires 150 teaching hours. So this program also aims to develop critical thinking skills and the IB learner profiles, just elaborates on it. And this specific program, the DP, is catered to adjusting to the university level because, transitioning from just high school to university is a big gap. So what DP does is essentially prepare us for our higher university life. This program aims to develop students who have excellent breadth and depth of knowledge, students who flourish physically, intellectually, emotionally, and ethically. So basically, this course, like every other course provided by the IB, aims to develop students holistically and also give them a new perspective and just teach them to be open minded. And that's it about the diploma program. We've already talked about the diploma program in the earlier episodes, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But you could also take the CP instead of the DP. So
another IB program, which is known as career-related program, which is known as IBCP. Basically, the CP is a framework of international education that incorporates the value of the IB into a unique program addressing the needs of students and engaging in career-related education. Basically, CP students undertake a minimum of 2 IB diploma program courses, a core consisting of 4 components, and a career-related study. The program leads to basically further higher education, for employment, which is like basically career related. So if you know what you want to do in future, and if you know what career you want to step on, then this program would be the best fit for you. And moving on, the CB was specifically developed for students who wish to engage in career-related learning, as I said before, while gaining transferable and lifelong skill in applied knowledge, critical thinking, communication, cross-culture, and engagement as well. So who offers? So we have listed down all the program. So talking about which school offers these programs. So basically, Premier offers MYP and PYP, language of instruction in both Nepali, English, and other as well. And Genius School offers a PYP program, and there is only one IBDP program in Nepal, that is ULENS IBDP that ULENS offers. CP, none of the schools offer in CP program in Nepal, so I think that we should, yeah. So Akriti, why didn't you choose PYP and YPCP?
PYP I don't think was an option because when I was that small, when I was like 5 years old or something, I don't think there were any PYP schools in Nepal at the time, so that wasn't an option. And as for MIP, well, to be very honest, I was not aware at all about the IB program. All that I'd heard about IB was during my freshman and sophomore years at high school. So MIP was not to be an option too, but as I think about it later on, I think I would still not take the MIP, especially in Nepal's context, because I know some people from Premier and they took the MYP and it was all well and fine. There was no problem with that. But then what happened was that at the end, when junior year, when the finals were to come, they had to take Nepali National Board exams, which is called the SEE, Secondary Education Examination. So I mean, sure, you can gain all those skills and everything, but at the end, you're just going to be, at least for me, I was just going to be giving a Nepali board exam. So that didn't just quite fit in well with me. And it just didn't make sense to me at that time. I mean, not at that time, later on. But yeah, I mean, that would have been a good option to do it, but then I was already in ULINS following the Nepali curriculum, and I was not aware of what was happening in other schools. That was very true. And so, yeah, I just followed whatever my school offered me because I didn't want to change schools. I was so already used to it. And so I just followed the DP. And as for CP, I didn't take the CP because, well, first of all, it's not offered in Nepal. And just yesterday, I looked at the CP curriculum, and it said you have to take two diploma courses, as Arya mentioned earlier, and then you have to be specific about a career you wanted to go in. But I was so undecided about what I wanted to do, so I think DP was the best choice for me. So yeah, you see, we had options to choose MYP, PYP, or even DP. CP, none of the schools in Nepal offer CP, so that was ruled out. But talking about all the IB programs, why did we choose to only do DP? Why did you choose to only do DP, Arya?
Basically, why I did not pick PYP, MYP, or CP because PYP, when PYP was introduced in Nepal, um, I think I was in grade 8 at that time, and yeah, and my parents also really did not know what the program was about. And talking about MYP, I had just completed, I was in grade 10, and I had just completed. Basically, I did not know about MYP, PYP, anything, nor did my parents knew, so I did not join these programs, to be clear. And CP, obviously Nepal does not have CP. If we had CP in Nepal, I would not pick CP either because I was not sure what field I was interested in, and I was like very confused about what programs I should, what courses that I should take. And so I was like very unsure. But IB, and that's why I picked IB, because IB is like very versatile. We can pick us, so we can pick almost six subject. We should pick almost six subject, and it's all which are all different from all different types. So that's why I picked IBTP. Um,
Yeah, that's extremely true. And so, I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear that we recommend IBDP, the diploma program, and not anything else. But then that's just because we're a bit biased to the diploma program. But if yeah, do you think people should take all PY should people go towards PYP MYP CP or PYP MYP DP? What do you think about that?
I think people should be more inclined towards PYP, MYP, and DP, because DP is like mostly high school, it's mostly about college related programs, so it will be easier for them to adapt in new environment in college as well. So I recommend IBTP. Uh, or like if you are like, and like if you are like already sure what you are doing, what you want to do, then I will recommend CP.
True. I mean, I kind of agree with that. PYP MYP DP is the way to go because DP offers you with more flexibility. I mean, not more flexibility, it has a rigid course structure. But apart from that, you get to choose from so many more subjects and you have to take at least one subject from each group or just waive the sixth group option. But anyways, one subject from each group, and I think DP is much more recognized than CP, so I'd still recommend DP instead of CP as of right now. But yeah, if you can't take MYP or PYP, still I'd recommend DP. Yeah. Only for people who can't take the PYP, MYP, DP, or CP, what do you think is the best fit for them? Should they, for Nepali students at least, should people opt for plus two, IBDP, or A levels? What do you think about that?
It wholly depends on you what program you want to do. So my viewpoint regarding this topic would be, if you're interested to do MBBS, BDS, or any doctorate degree, then you should obviously do plus two. And I think in Nepal, the education system is more liberal compared to US or UK. I mean, liberal in terms of the length of the course, because the course length is like very is only like 5 to 6 years. But talking about US, I think we need to do pre-med then med, so it's like very lengthy. And And obviously, if you're interested in studying abroad anywhere else but Nepal, anywhere else, um, then you should obviously pick either IBDP or E levels because they are one of the highly regarded programs that international students do, and universities accept those programs. So, yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. That sounds wonderful. And with that, I hope we've been helpful to you guys a bit. And this has been more like an information session rather than a conversational podcast. But again, you need to have information sometimes.
And all the best for your future adventure. And I hope you pick the correct program for yourself. Bye.
For now.